Our next guest is one of the country's leading authorities on self-managed superannuation. He is Tony Negline, and he's here to talk about the seniors health card, contribution caps and the changes to insurance that trustees must be aware of come June 30. Welcome to the program.
Thanks, Marty.
So, first question, Tone. You recently wrote an excellent article in the Switzer Super Report about the seniors healthcare card. I'd like to talk about that. Firstly, what is, for those that don't know, the seniors healthcare card?
Well, really fundamentally, it's the government giving you a range of concessions. I guess prima facie there's probably 6 of them. They give you discounts on pharmaceutical benefit scheme medicines.
Benefits.
Benefits, money, money in kind, I suppose.
Yep.
They give you, instead of paying up to $36 for a medicine listed on that schedule, you only have to pay $6.
Okay.
So you get a fairly steep discount if you're unwell. You get to bulk bill at the GP. You get easier access to the Medicare safety net. You also get a thing called the senior supplement. You also get you also get a clean energy supplement, and last but not least, you also get discounts on transport and rates and car rego and stuff like that.
But it's actually not all health, is it?
No. It's been as politicians have looked for reasons to encourage, happiness towards them. They've expanded the
Have they ever
range
thought of rebranding it, or?
What the vote buying card? No, that wouldn't be that cynical.
No, okay, fair enough. And so, how do you qualify?
Okay, you have to be of age pension age, but you can't be receiving the age pension. So you're exempted because you've got too much money in terms of assets, or you're earning too much income.
Okay.
So that's prima facie. You can't be in jail. You've got to be in Australia. And there's an income test.
Okay.
So the income test is flat 50 grand. It's been these numbers for a while. Flat 50 grand for a single person and 80 grand for a couple. Okay.
So basically, it's something that's sitting in between the age pension and 50. What was it?
Yeah, 50 grand.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
above that, you don't get it. If you're in between the age pension and 50 grand, you do get it.
Correct. Yes. Yeah. So if you're a single person, so the age pension, it's designed to be a bit of a stopgap measure for those people who are on, reasonably modest incomes, but miss out on the age pension.
So, the budget has talked about making some changes to the card. What are they?
Okay, well, one of those changes...
Not 3 yet, are they?
Oh, no. Well, and who knows what's going to happen either before the end of June, and also, once the new Senate sort of comes into play from July, sorry. Yep. There are 3 or 4 proposed measures. One of them is actually quite good. The government made an election commitment to index that 50 and 80 grand thresholds that we just talked about by movements in average weekly earnings over 3 financial years. So they plan to do that fairly soon.
Increase it.
Yeah. So that's a good thing.
Yep.
The other couple of changes are a little bit negative. One, they plan to get rid of what's called the senior supplement. Now that senior supplement, well, that's just a lump of dough that you get. It's roughly $850 for a single person and $1,200 for a couple. That's gone, or proposed to be gone. And so they're the major changes really. The clean energy supplement would remain. So they're the major things that they intend to do. Sorry, the other change they plan to make is that in the income test they will begin to deem account-based pensions that start after December this year. So if you start a pension, say February next year, that'll be deemed and then counted as income. Whereas at the moment it's exempt. Okay. Exempt income.
Caps, there are going to be some changes.
Yeah, contribution caps.
Contribution caps.
Yeah.
They're always been tinkering with in some shape or form. What are the changes?
Okay, well, if you are 49 on 30th of June this year, next year your contribution cap will be 35 grand.
Yep.
And if you're younger than that, then your contribution cap will increase from 25 to 30 grand.
Okay.
So, in other words, your ability to make superannuation contributions without suffering penalty tax is just a little bit easier.
And there were some changes to non-concessional contributions as well?
Well, that flows through.
Yep.
So the way the legislation works is that the non-concessional contributions, which are defined as... Non-concessional contributions are defined as personal contributions not claimed as a tax deduction, and excess concessional contributions.
Yep.
Okay? Yep. So they're really the 2 main categories. There's a few other things, but they're the main categories. Yep. The non-concessional contribution cap is 6 times the standard contribution cap. So it's 6 times 30 grand. So it's going from 150 grand bottom line's going from 150 grand to 180 grand.
180.
So that's a good thing.
Yep. And are there any strategies that people can be, that they should keep in mind in terms of the changes?
Absolutely. There is a bring forward rule. So under the current rules, you can do 450 in advance.
Yep.
Come 1 July, you can do, which is 3 times 150.
Yep.
Come 1 July, you can do 3 times 180. Now, it's a matter of knowing how the rules work in order to access 3 times 180, which of course is 540. So it's an extra 90 grand
Yep.
that you can do in advance.
Want to get your timing right there.
Yeah, that's right. So it can be quite tricky, and anyone who's interested in accessing that 540 really needs to probably go get some advice, either ring the tax office and have a chat to them, or seek some financial advice or speak to their accountant or whatever the case may be, because it's very easy to get it wrong. You don't want to face penalty tax, etc., etc.
Yep. Look, we've got about 30 seconds left, but there are also some changes to trauma insurance. In 30 seconds or less, can you tell us what's happening and where do you go to find more information about this?
Okay, so trauma insurance is insurance for medical traumas.
Yep. Heart attack, something like that.
Yeah, all that sort of stuff. Come 1 July, you won't be able to start a trauma policy in your super fund. If you've got a trauma policy in your super fund before that date, you can keep it running. But after that date, you're gone.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay.
After the break, we'll speak with a chartist and a mining executive on whether you should have exposure to mining stocks. Don't go away.